Proverbs 14. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. He who walks in uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is perverse in his ways despises him. In the mouth of a fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. Where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. The heart knows its own bitterness, but a stranger does not share its joy. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that seems right to man, but its end is the way of death. Even in laughter, the heart may sorrow, but at the end of mirth may be grief. The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. The simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. A wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is self-confident. A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil will bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor man is hated, even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belong to those who devise good. In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. In the fear of the Lord there is strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. In a multitude of people is a king's honor, but in the lack of people is the downfall of a prince. He who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. A sound heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy. The wicked is banished in his wickedness, but the righteous has a refuge in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but what is in the heart of fools is made known. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him who causes shame. So immediately I jump to verse 1 where it says, the wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her own hands. And I cannot think of how many times this is just so applicable to think of we want what we want, and so we go after what we want, and it makes everybody else around us miserable by foolishly tearing down the other people around us when we really want what's best, but really we want what we don't want for ourselves. And I'm just talking about the wise woman who builds her own house, and she builds it with gracious words, and she builds it with the other things talked about in this chapter, like in verse 29 when it says, he who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. And I think of how many times that is my folly, that is our temptation to pull things down in our haste and in our impulsive fury, but instead we're to be people who build one another up instead of seeking our own gain. And that's where Proverbs is so applicable to everything in our everyday life. Hi everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like the Proverbs of the day read to you, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, or you can follow us on Twitter. And thanks so much for watching.